Live insomnia too. Okay. Am I spinning or something? What's going on here? Am I buffering? I don't know if anybody can hear me, but good morning. This thing is driving me crazy already. Good morning once again. I'm over here trying to look at my thing. If my thing's buffering, please hit the, you know, let me know. Because I'm about to just, start talking. You know, I'm going to just start talking anyhow. Once again, good morning. Happy Thursday to those that are waking up. Let's be thankful of the wake up. But I just want to talk to y'all real quick on how good a conversation takes me about what happened. What happens when you get frustrated with your kindness, right? So pretty much yesterday, yesterday was just crazy. You reached out, people reach out to you, and whether it's family, friends, a stranger, whatever, right? So you give they talk to you, and you give them, hey, I think you can do A or B, and they was being very. I guess I won't say they was combative because every time I made a point, it it was it was rebutted. No, I can't do this. Salute, tough love, and like I said, it doesn't matter if it's family or friends. No one wants to feel like their time is being wasted, right? When I first when I first started doing this, my my question to everyone, whether it was tough love or whether it was Selena or whether it was Meek or whether it was Miss Coco BX, whoever I spoke to, my question always remained the same. Do we have the patience to keep going in spite of, even though we have expectations that everything's going to be good, we have to remember that some days are not going to be good. How do we get through those days? So my day was yesterday, and I was telling the person, like, listen, you got to speak life into a situation, right? For example, if a doctor tells you you have diabetes, right, and they tell you, well, diabetes is not reversible, I'm telling you, I'm saying, wait a minute, you got to be surprised. You'll be surprised with your good work and what God can do together. And they be like, nah, I'm telling you what the doctor says. And then I said, you know what, you're right. But in the back of my mind, I'm upset because if we truly understand that doctors, nurses, physicians, all of them people, they don't get money if you get healthy. So they're gonna put a band-aid on a wound that's not gonna close. But you can heal yourself. You can close the wound yourself with time and the proper things. You may have to learn it yourself, but isn't it worth it? Isn't it worth healing yourself? Isn't it worth to get better for your family or your loved ones? So, but I got so frustrated with that situation. It just made me. I was going to just push talk, go and talk, and just rant and rant and rant. But I had to come to a realization. Sometimes your work may not be appreciated. Sometimes your effort may not be seen. Sometimes your gift, because some people got to understand this is a gift, may not be valued at the rate that it's supposed to be. But because you get frustrated, well, because I got frustrated real quick, I was ready to just go crazy. Like, man, forget this. I don't want to do this no more. Not to say that you didn't want to do it, but at that moment you so upset that you like, man, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to speak about it no more. I don't want to help you no more. But when you have that good conscience, that not righteous, but the ability to want to help somebody, why would you stop? Even on a day like that, you shouldn't want to stop. Because we have to remember sometimes we're not going to be accepted by everybody. Sometimes we're not going to be appreciated. Hey, Jesus wasn't appreciated by his own people. That's what the Bible say. So that can happen to him. What could happen to us? People don't appreciate the things that we do, even if it's the right thing to do. Some people will make our good evil spoken of. We have to fight through that. Yes, it will get frustrating, but it's up to you to say, you know what? I can make it. I can make it. I can do it. I think I can. I think I can. Just like the little engine that would. Even though we're grown, sometimes we got to revert back to the very simple teachings that we had when we were smaller. Because, like I keep telling people, man, words give life, word give death. It really does. But if we allow it to keep frustrating us to the point to where we let we let the joy come from be taken away from us, then we have to fight even harder, right? I hear people getting mad because some people want to talk about something positive or uplifting or encouraging. We have to remember that some people's peace is chaos. Some people really dwell in chaos. Why? We can't answer that. Maybe they don't, maybe they never experienced peace. Maybe they never experienced love. Maybe they never experienced compassion. I don't know. What I do know is that we, including me, can't give up the fight, right? It's like we just all starting the race. On your mark, get set, go. Realist, good morning. And we start running. And it seems like as soon as you start taking the pace that you get on, you may catch a cramp. Oh, my muscle. Oh, my goodness. Right in the calf. Oh, Lord. Right? Well, do we want to keep going or do we want to stop? Do we want to, like, it's not time to give up. The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but to those who endure to the end. That was an endurance for me because at the end of the day, no one wants to feel like their work, their efforts is going for nothing. Nobody really wants to do that in life. But in your patience is what's going to get you through these things. Not taking, the overcoming of the roughness and the lack of patience on the other side of the conversation. You have to be prepared for. Good morning, Selena. It is a lot, right? Because at the end of the day, you want good for everybody. You don't care if it's a man, a woman, a black man, a black woman, a white man, a white. You don't care who it is for, but it's for somebody that needs the words of encouragement. Somebody may need to understand that, yo, you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it. Yo, you don't have to be stuck in a rut forever. It's a momentary thing. If that's what you want to do. Come on and meet. But the problem is sometimes the frustration's getting away. Sometimes the annoyance getting away. Sometimes the negative attribute that's pulling on your coattail because that ain't going nowhere. It's always going to be behind us. It's always going to be behind me. All because we're doing the right thing. It's tugging. It's tugging. Every time you take a step, it's tugging. It's tugging. It's pulling. The question is, how do we get through this? How do we overcome this frustration? Through patience, I believe. Through the patience of understanding that everybody's not gonna be for us. Everybody's not gonna understand what our assignment is. Everybody's not even gonna appreciate the efforts that you put into it. Like I Aishu, good morning. Like I appreciate you guys coming in right now, just to hear my little comments, just to hear my words. But I believe that somebody understands what I'm saying. Somebody felt what I felt yesterday. Somebody really, really was like, yo, I'm tired of this. I don't want to go through this. I don't want to keep talking to somebody that's not listening. I don't want to be encouraging someone that don't have to fight themselves. But that's a lot of people. That's why when you do these contents, it's not going to grow but so much because so many people are hating and so many people are fighting themselves because they don't want to change. People got to understand in order to change your life, the bull crap has got to stop in it. You got to let go of the bull crap in your life. Sometimes when you grow, people are not going to grow with you. It's not that you don't care about them. It's not that you don't love them. It's just sometimes you outgrow people. Sometimes you outgrow things, right? I mean, it's fall right now and the leaves are falling off the tree. That doesn't mean that you didn't like being in the leaf, didn't want to be in a tree. It's just it's time to fall. And so sometimes we have to do that within our lives. Sometimes we have to do that within our families. Sorry to say, family, family does come first in my life, right? But sometimes you got to come first in your life. There's no I in team, but sometimes I need to be selfish with myself. I need to refill myself. I need to make sure that I have enough to pour out to people and not drain myself at the same time. So I think yesterday, I believe I drained myself because you trying to talk somebody into, you can overcome diabetes. Hey, you can overcome depression. Hey, you can overcome anxiety. Hey, you can be loved by somebody. Hey, you are appreciated by people. But some people is just so stuck in their ways. Some people like quicksand than solid ground. Some people want to plant seeds in quicksand instead of fertile ground. So I had to close my eyes, and a little butterfly told me that, hey, what if you were just supposed to just deliver the message and let God do the rest? And I said to myself, that's crazy that was even said to me because I had to really catch myself. I had to close my eyes and really have that conversation with myself because at the end of the day, as much as you love people, you can't love somebody more than they love themselves. You can't make somebody happy if they're not happy already. You can always add, you can always improve, but in an individual, they got to understand what's in them. I have to understand what's in them, and I have to understand what's in me. So I really had to take the time. And I think Meek came on and I was trying to be unselfish, even though I was upset. And she was saying things like, your assignment is your assignment. You know what I mean? It's okay to do what you got to do and keep it pushing. You know what I mean? And I'm very appreciative of that. I think all the lives yesterday, whether it was Tough Love, whether it was Selena, it's like it was talking to me. And I want you guys to understand that without people like you, Tough Love, without people like you, Selena, without people like you, me, some people will run themselves raggedy. Some people will do the good works and give up just on an inkling of frustration. Nobody wants to deal with frustration. Nobody wants to be them old selves, right? Sometimes you got to catch yourself before you revert back into your natural ways. We're not trying to be the natural us. We're not trying to be the 20 something us. We ain't we trying to be the mature person, the family person, the person that's not thinking about themselves. But sometimes people don't even understand that they're pushing a trigger. That's the frustration of being kind. For you to sit there and disregard something that somebody is trying to speak into you, all because you don't have it in yourself to understand that anything is possible, it does hurt. And I think we react off of things because it does hurt. Like I said, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's the biggest lie that we were ever told in the schoolyards. That's the biggest lie we was told in our homes. Your words don't hurt. If words don't hurt, why the hell are we sitting here arguing all the time? Why is YouTube so contaminated with beefs and chaos if words don't mean nothing? Words do mean life, but when you're positive, or when you're trying to encourage people, when you're trying to speak the right things to people and it's just ignored, that does hurt. It really does. Because I can't care about you more than you care about yourself. But I have to catch myself because sometimes I can see great in a person and they don't see it. How many of us has done that? How many of us have sat there and say, yo, you can do great things if you put your mind to it. Let me mentor you. Not mentor, but let me help you. Let's go through this walk together. But then you find out and end up walking the walk at a better pace than the person that you're supposed to be walking with. What a waste of time, right? That's the first thing. Oh, I can't believe I wasted my time with this stuff. I can't believe this person can't see this and see that. But at the end of the day, it's up to us. It's up to us to, to keep doing the works. Even when we're frustrated, we got to keep going forward. Even when the numbers ain't going up, we got to keep going forward. Somebody's going to hear this, and somebody's going to be appreciative of the things that you've done, right? I understand that people don't like peace. I understand people like chaos. But for those that like peace, keep going. Keep making the walks that you're doing. Keep taking the steps that you're taking. Stride. Pace yourself. It's a long journey. But we can all get there together. We may not get the 10,000 likes. We may not get the 10,000 views. We may not get monetized on this thing. We may not get the popularity of other people. But if our goal is to uplift, encourage, and one person does it, and then the next person starts a channel and they do it, and then so on and so forth. If one could win 1,000, let's start by winning the one. We can't give up on that one. We know that one is out there. The question is, how far are we, you, me, are willing to go to get to that one? They may be on the other side of the world, but YouTube goes to the other side of the world, right? So we can't give up. We got to keep going. We really have to keep going, because at the end of the day, we can be helping somebody. We can be saving somebody, right? I'm not here to, dispute what's going on the streets of YouTube. I'm really not. At the end of the day, I'm just here to say something. Hey, we can make it. Hey, we can get through this problem. Hey, let's try to turn that frown upside down. I love you. I love you to Reese's Pieces. Hey, Selena. Shout out to Selena. Check her out, y'all. Right? Because those three little words can say, you know what? Have a good day, Selena. Those three little words can say, yo, I can be cared for. I can be liked. I can be loved. We just can't let the frustration get in the way of, hey, this one person ain't hear me. Hey, this one person ain't taking my advice. But if I didn't close my eyes and that butterfly didn't come to me, I think I'd be still upset. Maybe a day later, I got to sleep it off. But sometimes, they say we gotta be people that let things slide off our backs like a duck, or however that expression goes. But we're human beings too. No one wants to do this and make it seem like it's not going the way it's supposed to go. Nobody wants to be stagnated and not feel like there's no progress. Nobody. I don't care what it is. Whatever job you got, nobody wants to stay in that position forever. Everybody wants to grow. People want to grow. We water our plants so it can grow. If we don't water our plants, what happens? It dies. So we have to water each other. We have to help each other get through things. But if it's not being welcome, it does suck. And I hate to say it, but I was very upset about it. Like I said, I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's friends. I don't care if it's somebody you meet at the grocery store. You want to give the advice because you want to help somebody get through it. But if they just look at you sideways, like he don't know what he's talking about, she don't know what she's talking about, that's very annoying and upsetting. So, at the end of the day, I believe that we all can do it. At the end of the day, progress will be made. I know it because I see it, because I believe in each and every one of you that's doing the same thing, that's trying to give support. I know y'all doing well. I know y'all can do it. It may not show today, but tomorrow can be and will be better than it is today. The season of raining is over. Now is the season of prosperity. The sun is up. Now let's dry that water off and keep going forward. We can't keep sitting in frustration. We can't keep sitting in misunderstanding. There are going to be people that's not going to understand why you're doing this. So what? Let them hate. And I get it. Some people go out of bounds. Leave their asses out of bounds. All right, I'm going to go the other way. Sometimes killing people with kindness is going to heap coals on their head. What does that mean? They want you to rebuttal so bad, and when you don't, that hurts them even more. Yo, he's standing on this square. Hey, she's standing on her square. All because you ain't combating that person that want to say something crazy to you. All because that person that ignored you, or the person that you ignoring, have to find out sooner or later, like, yo, I don't think I could win this one. They don't, and they won't throw in a white flag. They'll still nitpick with you. They'll still bother you. They'll still throw stuff at you. They're still shooting stones from the glass house that they living in. That's okay, because guess what happens? It's gonna come back. Sometimes a rock comes back like a ricochet. People forget that ricochets happen and ricochets come back, and it's not a boomerang; it's a ricochet. And as soon as it hit that house and plink, now you got a crack in your glass. Like I tell everybody all the time, we're just gonna have to be like the people around the wall of Jericho. Let's keep going. Let's keep up with the good work. You know, let's keep on talking about what we need to do go forward. Hey, we getting older. Let's look at life insurance. That's what Tough Love is trying to tell everybody. And I appreciate that. Because at the end of the day, why are we leaving our kids in? I don't know who Santino is, but I just started. So obviously you don't even know who I am. So to answer your question, no. And I'm going to leave it at that. Right? What was I saying before I was distracted? We're just gonna have to keep going around the walls, keep doing what we have to do. Shout that, hey, we need to help. We need to help our families. If families are our first priority, why wouldn't we have? Okay, welcome then, Santino. Uh, if our family comes first, why are we not securing them later on in life? We're getting older. If we got kids, we need to make sure they're secure, right? If we love our kids, we can't leave them in a rut. So that's why he's talking about what he's talking about, tough love. Young Riaz, how you doing? Right? We have to do things not we're having these conversations not for us. It helps us too, but it's not for us. Good morning, 7G07. It's for our loved ones, the people that we care about. Even if we just met each other, you still can have cares and compassion for the person that you just meet. I suggest that, hey, let's go to the gym. If you don't want to go to the gym, let's go to the gym together. Hey, let's just walk around the block. We have to start somewhere. We can't let the frustrations of kindness block us from doing what our assignment is, and that's to help people. That's to say, you know what? You can do this. That's to say, hey, we can get better. You can get well. We have to keep going. If we don't keep going, we're not doing our assignment. We're not doing our assignment. And that's not where we're supposed to be at right now. We are all supposed to keep going forward, not backwards. Let those people that want to stay where they at, let them stay backwards. But for us, the people that's in this chat, the people that hears the replay, the people that want to go forward, let's go forward. Right? We have to go forward. So it's okay to say, you know what? If anybody needs to talk, and I'm the last person that you would want to talk to, I am here. Here's my email. We can have a conversation, or let's talk in the back chat. We can have a conversation there. Not everybody's going to want to do this in public, and I get that. Everybody don't want to show that, hey, I'm going through something, and I get that. But we also have to understand pride comes before the fall. If we need the help, we need the help. Don't wait till we at the end. That's why I don't like doing nothing last minute. You hear the rattling in your car, go check it out before the car stop running. You know it ain't the gas, you know it's something about the engine. Go ahead and go take care, go look that up, go get that checked out before it's too late. Because if you ain't got no cars in certain areas, you're in trouble. You can't travel the way you want to travel. You can't just pick up and go. Who wants? I mean, shout out to the public transportation, but it ain't on our time. We can't dictate when that bus is coming. We can't dictate that bus to hurry up and get here. I need to go right now. But you can jump in the car and do that. We have to stop letting the frustrations get in the way. We got to stop letting things block us from going forward. Because if we don't, it's going to hamper us. It's going to hinder our movements. It's going to hinder what we want to do in this life. So we just have to keep pushing, each and every one of us. If we, like I said, if we don't, we're not going to go nowhere. If we don't know which one person is hearing this and is helping. Whether we want to understand it or not, there's people on YouTube that's listening, that wants to help, that may be craving the help, desiring the help. It's not our job to ignore everybody. It's our job to speak the words that may help somebody. Right? Selena's sitting there talking about, yo, let's come, let's get out of the soap opera area. Why not? Why not just stay out of that? Why not just keep going forward with what we need to do? Encourage somebody, lift somebody up. Stay out of the chaos. Live in your peace. Don't live in frustration. Walk in your peace. It's just amazing how fast somebody could just push a button, even if they don't understand it. We may not know how they did it, but we know it's there because we're frustrated. We're angry. You're not listening. You're tuning people out. All because somebody pushed that button. That button's never going away from us. We just got to understand when it's pushed, we got to find a way to cut it off. It's just like the smoke detector. If you cooking and you know good and well you like to move around, you know that smoke detector is going to go off. How fast you going to get it to stop that annoying beep, beep, beep? It's up to us. We gotta figure this out. I have to figure this out because I'm telling you, yesterday was not good at all. But I thank all those people that I listened to yesterday because y'all calmed me down. All because I cared about somebody so much that they didn't want to take the advice. But like that butterfly told me, hey, you just delivered the message. That's all you're supposed to do. It's up to them to take it and go wherever they're going to go with it. Your assignment is done. I now understand that my assignment is not done of speaking the good, encouraging words that I need to speak. Because everybody needs to hear some encouraging words. Even I need to, little old me, need to hear the encouraging words. So let's just take the time, let's step out of bounds real quick so the clock can stop. when we're frustrated. Let's gather ourselves. We all have to understand that, winners don't quit and quitters never win. If we can just take that and go with our steps each and every day, we understand that, we can't give up. Don't let the frustration win. Don't let the fools in the background win. Don't let the naysayers win. At the end of the day, every piece of darkness can be defeated by a little itty bitty light. That's what we are right now. We're light. We're gaining momentum. We are gaining the access of winning. We are gaining the access of helping somebody. The steps that follow the first steps is equally important. And he's absolutely right. You're right, Tough Love. Right? We all have to remember, even if we have to pick ourselves up, if we're fighting, if you like boxing, y'all already know. You got 8 seconds to get up, but you got 7 seconds to get yourself together before you get up, before those knees start wobbling. If you get up and you pace yourself, you can get up. You can take that blow. Get up. Stand up. Put your hands out. Make sure you can get ready to go back into the fight. I'm not giving up this fight. Somebody threw a sneaky jab at me, and I wasn't prepared. My bad. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, that's shame on you. So we just got to keep going, guys. We really, really do. And I believe that each and every one of us can get through this. I believe that each and every one can take that blow. Each and every one of us could shake out that cramp in our leg in the race. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We got to go the full distance. I believe that each and every one of us can, and I believe each and every one of us will. Okay, Santino says Corinthians 1, 3, and 4 just flashed through my mind. I will be back to see your development. Okay, good day. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Right. At the end of the day, we have to pace ourselves. We got to go through mile 1 to get to mile 2. Mile 2 to 3, all the way up to the 26th mile. I was just watching the marathon in New York, and it runs through every borough. Well, for those that don't know New York City has 5 boroughs. And this particular race runs through every borough. It may look small on the map, but it's not small at all. It's just like our lives. It may seem small to other people, but our lives are big. Our lives are important. But we can't allow frustration to take over our life. Not even for a second, because it could throw us off and keep us on that negative side. The negative side where you don't care. The negative side where you say, I don't give a rat's butt. Right? But we have to keep going forward. We have to shrug it off. People that play basketball, if you don't have a good shooting game, you can still impact the game. You can play defense. You can grab a rebound. You can set somebody up for a shot. You can set somebody up for the win. That's what we're here to do today. Even if we're not winning, let's set somebody else for winning. Let's make the pass. If we want to do a hockey assist is when 2 or 3 people touch the puck. They pass the puck around to each other, and then the 4th person scores. We all get an assist. There's no iron team. There's a mean team, but there's no iron team, meaning I'm not looking for the glory. I'm not looking for the prosperity. What I am looking for us to win. There's no win team, right? But we can win. We all can win. CC, good morning. If we all keep going. CC, I'm expecting you. CC, I know you saw what I said yesterday. I think it's time, right? Because everybody has something to give. CC, Meek, Selena, Miss Coco BX, they all say, hey, you say so much positive stuff. You might as well go ahead and do it. I'm not ready. I don't think I'm ready. I might stumble with my words. I might stumble in the message. If you stumble, pick yourself up. That's what I'm doing with this conversation today. I'm picking myself up from yesterday because yesterday was terrible. I wanted to curse this person. Okay, Cece, this is what I was saying. While Selena was doing her live, I was saying, Cece, I think it's time for you to start a channel because you give so much good advice, and you kindness can win over people. Kindness can show people that, hey, there is something brighter in this darkest day. Free thinker, good morning. Right? I believe every one of us have kindness, and I don't think we have to select who gets it. We give it to the people that deserve it, right? Some people say that respect is earned. I go about it another way. I give respect because that's how I was raised. You're gonna respect the person that you just meet, right? Maybe they think respect is being kind. Okay, if that's what it is, then that's what it is. You allow people to earn the disrespect that they get if they disrespect you. But in the meantime, you give out the respect. In a conversation, you let somebody have the floor just so you can hear them out. Not to rebuttal, not to speak back, but to hear the message. And if you agree with the message, there's no need to comment back. But if there ain't, we can have a healthy conversation. You can't just be going through frustration. Nah, I heard what you said, and I think that's wrong. No, we got to hear each other out. Just like if we're all working together. What's your idea, Young Riaz? What's your idea, Santino? What's your idea, CC? What's your idea, Tough Love? Every piece could set a foundation for us to go forward. All because we don't all think the same. But if our goal is to collectively do something together, your idea may work, her idea may work, his idea may work, my suggestion may work. But it's up to us to really understand what we have to do. And if we're frustrated, we're not really going to get through that. If we're frustrated, we're not even going to hear nobody out. Man, I don't want to hear what you're talking about. I don't want to hear nothing. Worldwide, good morning. All because we upset. All because when we so upset, we ain't trying to hear nothing. That's why I said in one of my earlier lives, it's not good to be grown. What you mean by grown? Yeah, we grown in age, but we shouldn't be grown in understanding. We shouldn't be grown in listening. Because as long as we're grown, we're not going to want to intake nobody's advice. We're not going to want to intake somebody's suggestion. You can't tell me nothing. I'm grown. Y'all know we all had those stages with our parents. Some have parents. Some didn't have parents. Some had guardians. Some had, people that was just around us. Man, I ain't listening to what you talking about. You don't know what you talking about. I'm grown. Now, when we make those bonehead decisions, we don't want to be grown. I'm pretty sure there's some of us in this chat right now that said, you know what? I wish I could be 15, 16 again. I wish I would listen to that person that we lost, that was telling us to do the things that we should be doing. Because we were grown, we didn't want to listen. That's how frustration is too. When we're frustrated, we don't want to hear anything. When we're frustrated, we're not trying to see the brighter part. Uncle El, good morning. We're not trying to hear the brighter part of the conversation. I'm not trying to hear nothing you're talking about because I'm mad. I'm frustrated. World, leave me alone. No, let's just make that a momentary thing. Let's do the best that we can to get over that. And let's continue the assignment. Let's continue to help one another get through whatever we're going through. Let's build up the confidence in each other. Let's be able to confide in one another. I know this is YouTube. I know that's not how it's supposed to go, but there is always one in the bushes that you can lean on. Not everybody has the tight knit family. Not everybody has that boyfriend or girlfriend that they could confide in. That's another conversation for another day. But there's people that don't even want to be alone and stay in situations like that. We know quite a few people like that. But the point is we can't be so frustrated that we closing everybody out. We can't be so frustrated that hey, there's no other option. There's always an option. But if you're frustrated, you might take the craziest option, taking people out, eliminating people from your life that don't even deserve it because we're frustrated. You're frustrated with the wrong people. You're frustrated at the wrong time. Frustration is a part of life, and I get that. And like I said, my day yesterday was just like that. But you're always going to have that one that can talk you away from the frustration, pull you out of the fire, pull you away from the edge. Don't jump into it. Don't fall for it. People are out here fishing just to make us frustrated. They're putting anything on the hook, waiting for us to bite. Sometimes we got to be the big fish and not go for it. But sometimes we're not. We're human. That's okay. That's acceptable. Let's just not make it an everyday habit. Let's just make sure that we are building ourselves so this don't phase us anymore. So if they throw that hook out there, listen, I know that line. I ain't going for it. Let's swim under it. Let's swim over it. Let's swim around it. Let's not swim to it. So, guys, I really, truly appreciate you guys showing up. Tough love, salute. Free thinker, thank you. CC. Selena was here earlier. Realist, I appreciate you. Santino. Young Riaz, it's always good to hear from you. Young Riaz, sometimes I be worried about you. I don't know, you be disappearing, but you always know what I tell you. I'm glad that you're okay. Meek, of course, and everybody else that stopped by. I truly appreciate y'all taking the time. Aishu, I do appreciate y'all taking the time. And I truly appreciate y'all, those that are continuing their journey on this app to do the things that they need to do to help people. Y'all need to understand that y'all truly are helping, whether we understand it or not. You guys are helping each and every one worldwide. Thank you for showing up, but you are helping. It may not be the biggest numbers that you are looking for. Maybe you may not be looking. The number that we should be looking for in all reality is one, that we're helping one person, because that one person, it can make or break them. They may be just as frustrated as I was yesterday, but I hope them hearing this, it allows them to see that we have to make this a momentary thing and that people are here to help, to encourage that things will be better. Tomorrow can always be a brighter day, but let's get through that dark night. And hopefully when we open our eyes tomorrow, the frustration is gone. Like I said, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for taking the time to hear the conversation. I truly appreciate y'all. Until next time, everybody, I'm out.